everyone. Welcome to Tennessee's At Home Learning Series for Math. Today's lesson is for all of our first graders out there, but of course, anyone is more than welcome to tune in. Today's lesson is lesson 15 in our series. I am Miss Sarah, and I am a first grade teacher at Baxter Primary School in the Putnam County School System. I'm so excited that I get to continue to be your teacher today. Welcome again to our virtual classroom. If you didn't have a chance to watch our previous lessons, you can find those on the Tennessee Department of Education's website at www.tn.gov/education. You are, of course, more than welcome to tune in to today's lesson with us if you haven't seen those, but you might have a little bit more fun if you go back and watch those first, because we're going to be using some things that we learned in those lessons and building on them today. Today, we will be learning how to find better, faster ways to solve problems. But before we get started, to participate fully in today's lesson, you are going to need paper, pencil, in the student packet for math, grade 1, lesson 15 from the website www.tn.gov/education. Okay, let's begin. To get ready for our lesson today, let's go ahead and get our workspace ready. I have my paper and my pencil out right now, so I want you to go ahead and get out your clean piece of paper and your pencil. Excellent. For our first task, let's get our brains thinking about counting and writing numbers. I have some objects that I need some help counting. Notice my objects are not arranged at all. What do you think is the best way for me to count all of my objects? I have some really great counting strategies, but I wanted to talk about one that I heard. I could put all of my objects into groups of 10, like we've been practicing in our previous lessons. So watch as I count to make groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's scoot those over just a little. 10. I'm going to go ahead and circle that group of 10 and write the number 10 out to the side. To label that group of 10. How could we group the rest of the objects? Can we group those into a group of 10? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can I make a group of 10 out of that? No, I don't have enough objects to make another group of 10. My second group is a group of 9. So I'm just going to write the number 9 beside that group of objects. I'm looking for a better, faster way to count all of my objects. I know that I don't want to count them all every time. That would take too much time. What strategy could I use? Did I hear you say I could use the counting by tens and one strategy? Great idea. I know that I have one group of 10, so that has 10 objects in the first group. What should I do next? I know. I can count on from 10 by ones. Can you count with me? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Great job counting with me. Let's write the numbers that represent our counting strategy. First, we counted 10, and then we counted on 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That means that I have 19 objects in all. Thank you for helping me count the total number of objects. We counted a total number of 19 objects by counting a group of 10 and then counting on by ones. We also wrote out our numbers to show the total number of objects. I have some objects that need to be counted. Notice that my objects are not arranged in a pattern. I will put my objects into groups of 10. Watch as I count to make groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I found one group of 10. I'm going to circle that group of 10 and write the number 10 beside it. Let's see if I can count another group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I found another group of 10. So I'm going to circle it and label it with the number 10. That makes my second group of 10 objects. Let's see if I can find another group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I found my third group of 10. I'm going to circle it and label it with the number 10. I don't think I can count out another group of 10 with what I have left. Do you? No. I see 2 more objects. I will write the number 2 beside these objects. Remember, I'm looking for a better, faster way to count the total number of objects. I will use my counting by 10 strategy. Count with me. 10, 20, 30. Next, I will count by ones. 31, 32. That means I have 32 total objects. $32. Legos and all. I think we are ready to work on some more problems together. Let me clear off my board and we'll get started. All right. For our next problem, let's take a look at this task card. Listen as I read the directions aloud. How many in all? Use a shortcut to count on. Tell what shortcut you used. What am I being asked to find? That's right. I'm being asked to find how many shoes that there are in all. What do I already know? Hmm. It looks like the box has 30 shoes in it already. I also see some number of shoes outside of the box. How can I use what I know to find how many shoes there are in all? What does it mean to use a shortcut? To use a shortcut means to find a better and faster way to solve the problem. Well, when I look at the problem, I see two groups of shoes that are circled. I wonder if that could be my shortcut. So I'm going to count to see how many shoes are in those circled groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 shoes in that circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, there are 10 shoes in this group as well. Remember, I'm looking for a shortcut to find out how many objects I have all together. I know I don't want to count them all. That would take too much time. What strategy could I use? Did I hear someone say the counting on strategy? Because I think that is a great idea. I think I'm going to start with the number of shoes that are in the box. Remember, there are 30 shoes in the box. I'm going to count on from 30 by 10 because I know that there are 10 in each of those circles. 30, 40, 50. I'm almost done. Now I'm going to count on by ones the shoes that are not in a circle. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. 58 shoes. How many do we have in all? That is right. We have 58 shoes in all. I'm going to write the number 58 to show that there are 58 shoes in all. But that's not all. The directions asked for us to tell what shortcut we used. I used the shortcut of counting on by tens and ones because it is faster and I'm less likely to lose track of my counting if I count that way. So I counted on by tens, and ones. Great job. Thank you for following along with me. So far, we have learned that we can use what we know about counting by tens and ones to count a large group of objects. Counting by tens and ones is a better, faster way to solve a problem instead of only counting by ones. Now let's look at our next problem. How many in all? Use a shortcut to count on and tell what shortcut you used. What am I being asked to find? This says muffins. That's right. I'm being asked to find how many muffins there are in all. What do I already know? Right. It looks like there are already 60 muffins in the box. And I also see that there's some number of muffins outside of the box. I'm going to use a shortcut to find how many muffins there are all together. Watch me as I count out 10 muffins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to label those groups with the number 10 to make it easier when I count on using the strategies that we choose. It looks like I don't have enough muffins left over to make another group of 10. So I'm going to stop right there. Remember, I'm looking for a shortcut to count all of the muffins. I know that I don't want to count them all by ones. That would just take too much time. So I'm going to use the counting on strategy by tens and ones. I'm going to start with the box of muffins because I know that there are 60 muffins because it's labeled. I will count on from 60 by tens with the shortcut that I created. 60, 70, 80, almost done. Now I need to count on the muffins that are not in the box and are not part of a group of 10. I'm going to count by ones to find out how many we have in all. So I'm at 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. Excellent job counting with me. Now I can answer the question. How many muffins are there in all? That's right. We have 84 muffins in all, and I'm going to write the number 84 in the blank. But that's not all. It wanted to know what shortcut we used. I counted on by what? That's right. I counted on by tens and ones. Great job. Thank you so much for following along with me for that problem. For our next task, I would like for you to get your paper and your pencil ready. I would like for you to draw a quick draw of your task. I'm going to draw a quick draw as well, just to model for you how I would do that so you can follow along with me. I'm going to let me zoom out just a little so you can see all of my workspace. I'm going to draw a square to represent the box of watches. You draw a square using your paper and pencil too. So here's my square for the box of watches. Great. Next, I will draw straight lines to represent the watches, and you can draw along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready to keep going? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. By just drawing those quick lines, we were able to make a quick draw of our problem that we have here. Does your model look similar to mine? Let's double check. I have one square and 20 lines. Great job getting your model ready. Now follow along as I read the problem out loud. How many in all? Use a shortcut to count on and tell what shortcut you used. What are we being asked to find? That's right. We are asked to find how many watches there are in all. But what do we already know? It looks like this box already has 25 watches in it, so I'm going to label the square in my model with the number 25. I want you to label your square with the number 25, just like I am. Excellent. I also see that there's some number of watches outside of the box. Do you see the watches that are not in the box? Point to that part of your model that represents the watches that are not in the box. Did you point to the lines that you drew? Yes, the lines that we drew in our model represent the watches that are not in the box. Let's use a shortcut to help us find how many watches there are in all. First, let's count and make groups of 10. You count the lines that you drew in your model to make a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I am going to draw a circle around that group of 10 and label it. You do the same. Let's see if we can count another group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is another group of 10. So I'm going to circle it and I'm going to label it with the number 10. It looks like we don't have any more watches to count, so we should stop there. Remember, we are looking for a shortcut to count all of the watches. I know, we don't want to count them all. That would take way too much time. So we can use the counting on strategy with tens and ones to find how many we have in all. We can start with the box of watches because we know that there are 25 watches inside of the box. Let's count on from 25 by tens. You can count along with me. 25, 35, 45. Great job counting with me. Now we can answer the question. How many watches are there in all? I will write the number 45 to show that there are 45 watches in all. The directions also ask what shortcut we used, and we counted on by what? Right. We counted on by tens because that was faster. We don't have to write tens and ones this time because we only had groups of tens to count. Great job. Thank you for working with me. Now it's your turn. How many in all? Use a shortcut to count on and tell what shortcut you used. I'm going to give you some time to solve this on your own. I am going to put a small box around each of the books that there are because it might be a little difficult to see. My printer is running out of ink. So I'm going to put a box around each of them. You might choose when you are drawing your model on your own paper to represent your books with squares. So I just traced those so you could see them. I want you to solve this problem on your own and create a model just like we did in that last problem. I'm going to give you some time to solve this problem on your own. All right, let's check and see what you got. You should have circled one group of 10 books like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you would have stopped there because there are 4 books left over. We can't make another group of 10. When you counted 45, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, you saw that there were 59 books in all. And you counted by tens and ones. Great work today, boys and girls. Today we reviewed how to use a faster way to count a group of objects by tens and ones. And you sure did a great job. After the video, you will have some time to practice some tasks independently. I'm going to go ahead and read those to you, and you can find them on the website at www.tn.gov/education. Good luck and do your best. Remember, I'm going to read them aloud to you now, and then you can do them on your own after the show. The directions say, how many in all? Use a shortcut to count on. Tell what shortcut you used. For number 1, you're finding how many train cars there are. You have a box of 30 and some train cars outside of the box. You will tell how many there are in all and how you counted them on. Number 2 is books. And when you pull that up, you should be able to see some of those lighter books a little bit better. Number 3, we have stars. We have some stars in this frame, and then you have some left over. And then you will tell how many stars in the shortcut you used. Boys and girls, I enjoyed learning how to use a faster way to count a group of objects by tens and ones. Thank you again for inviting me into your home. I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson in Tennessee's At Home Learning series. Bye, everyone.